Hi, everyone. This is Brian G from Keller Williams. And today I would like to talk about special assessments, liens, and mandatory dues. Sellers, I'm talking to you. This is your responsibility to take care of either before or at closing. Okay, special assessments. What's a good example of that? Well, there's several different types of them. One special assessment is, say, trash removal. In some communities, there's a special assessment of like maybe $150 a year or something, which covers the trash removal for the neighborhood. Now, that is something that, of course, you're not going to be paying off. That's going to run with the property, right? So that one you would not have to pay off because you can't, right? However, a good example of a special assessment you need to pay for before closing or at closing would be, for example, let's say that there originally was not a gas line run to your neighborhood, right? And then now there is, and you have paid through your taxes or have spread out through your taxes, paying for the hookup for the natural gas from your home to the street, right? And I'm just going to pull a number off the top of my head, like say $10,000. And let's say you made arrangement with the city that you would pay, $1,000 a year for 10 years, right? Well, when you sell the home, more than likely you are going to have to satisfy that debt. You're going to have to pay that off either at or before closing. That's a really good example. Okay. Liens. If there's any tax liens, right? If there's any other, second mortgages or home equity lines, right? Anything that's a lien against the property that would prevent you from selling it before being, justified, right? So those are liens like that. Those need to be taken care of also. And then lastly are the mandatory dues. If you have an HOA in the neighborhood and you haven't paid those dues and you're in the rears on that, that can be liened by the association against your home to be paid before or at closing before you can sell to the buyer. That's really important. There's a lot of power to HOAs. Don't underestimate that. So this is just a basic rundown on things that we normally don't quite think of when we go to sell a house, that we need to have in order. Um, you know, before we list or while we're listing, just to make sure that everything's all set and handled either at or before closing. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much.